Disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, this is Life Coach Joanna Flores, a certified co-actively co-create life coach from Life Coach Philippines. I am a public speaker, a mental model collector, and a mom to 3 kids. I am also a licensed professional teacher turned social media manager, and I am passionate about makeover, which makes me also a freelance makeup artist. And my mission is to help women and moms gain back their confidence and see their value as a person at present so they can thrive in life and they can stand up courageously to whatever transition they will go through. You are joining me today for Brushstrokes here in our new digital space, Think Talk Broadcast. Think Talk Broadcast is a flagship community project of the speakers of Coaching Think Talk from Life Coach Philippines and members of Coach A Coaching Community. Our mission is to get closer to our kindred and serve better our coaching tribe. We envision being the go-to network for content that connects the mind, heart, and soul through the platform of life coaching. This is us in the Philippines advancing coaching as an art, a science, a lifestyle, a profession, and a business. Your one coaching thought for today is about hope. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all the darkness. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. Today is the 4th of June in the year 2022, and I am broadcasting beyond borders of Santa Cruz, the provincial capital of Laguna, where the famous Quezon Puti Festival is celebrated. Actually, it's their feast today, but because of the pandemic, na-stop si Quezon Puti Festival. But you are joining me live for the streaming of Brushstrokes, and this program is created for mothers, no? Whether you are a full-time mom, you are a working mom, no? And in this coaching conversation, we will talk about different transitions, no? That a mother goes through or is still going through. And for this episode, no, every episode I feature a makeup tool. So today, no, I will be featuring the powder. So I have here a loose powder and a pressed powder. So dalawa siya, no? What is the purpose of powder in makeup? So this is used for makeup. Yung iba ginagamit din siya for regular, no? But why do we use the powder, no? When we put foundation, sometimes we put the powder on top because it helps to set, no? Para hindi magalaw yung foundation, no? Or it won't migrate into any lines or slide down of your face yung foundation for it to be, sticking on your face, especially if you have events, no? Also, powder is great based upon which apply, no? For example, magba-blush on ka, you put powder first. You put before you put contour, you put powder first, especially yung mga loose powder. Kung nakakakita kayo nagme-makeup, nakikita nyo nilalagyan dito ng powder, no? That is to really, no, para mukhang chiseled yung mga face nila because of the contour that they put or the bronzer and the shimmer, no? Of course, magkaiba yung gamit ng powder, ng loose powder and ng pressed powder. Most often, ang gumagamit ng loose powder ay mga oily skin, and yung mga pressed powder is yung mga dry skin kasi ito yung mas madaming oil. So kapag pinrest mo siya sa skin mo, no, it adds yung hold. Okay? So more of that, no, we will talk more about that. But before I call on my guest for today, let me introduce her. Now, my guest for today is from Tacloban City. Yan, so sa South. She is a registered nurse by profession and is now a coaching entrepreneur. When Typhoon Yolanda hit Tacloban, no, she lost her position and job in the hospital. She used to work there, no. This event made her realize what really, is God's plan for her life, and that is to be with her children, no. Two of her children suffered from depression, which challenged her mothering skills, and she also transitioned to being a life coach. So to tell us more about herself, no, let me call on screen our guest for today, Coach Marife Garfin. Hello,
Hello, hello.
Coach!
Hello, thank you for having me, no? So, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat at sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon sa Brush Stroke. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting conversation, Coach Joanna. So, maraming salamat sa intro.
Thank you for
Yes.
accepting the invite. Yes, tell us more about yourself, Coach Marife.
Well, sinabi mo na, no, I'm a registered nurse, but I'm also, being the eldest of the family, I've been trained to really lead, no? Meron talaga akong leadership skills and I'm also one person who loves to create. Hindi ako artist, no. I don't really I cannot draw a straight line, but I am a creative person in a sense that I like making things no novel, yung something new, no, na wala pa yung iba. That's why I enjoy also doing um, cooking in my terms, no, my terms, and doing some shake in my terms, not the one na makikita mo sa cookbook. No, I get bored with that. I get bored with measurement and all those things. So, I like to do things na parang first time na gagawin, or even if it's not the first time, but it's first time kong gagawin. So that gives me fun. That gives me excitement, Coach Joanna. And I love to dance. I love to sing.
Mhm.
And I think if you're gonna ask my husband, I'm a funny person. Though I'm very strict, I'm a funny person.
Natuwa ako dun sa na yung you cook not by the book, no. I am also like that, Coach Marife. Parang nakakaano kasing sumunod minsan, especially kapag nagbe-bake ka, no. But I am learning now how to bake. Yung baking talagang strict yan eh. Talagang ano sa
Mm,
measurement. But yeah, I
mm,
can relate, no, being the eldest. No, talagang siguro automatic yun eh, no? Kapag eldest ka, automatic nagkakaroon ka ng leadership skill kasi minsan ikaw yung inuutusan talaga ng nanay mo, di ba? Parang yung responsibility of taking care of the other siblings, no? Sa'yo nakaatang kasi ikaw yung eldest. So, yes, coach.
yeah,
How
yeah,
was it?
yeah. How is being the eldest? Yeah, it it was quite tough in a sense because when I was growing up, it was also the most turbulent time in the marriage of my parents. No, bata pa ako. I think I was only grade 4 or grade 3 when I witnessed arguments and fights, and it was not really a happy. My happy part naman, but what I'm trying to say is hindi talaga siya naging masaya as as I would want it to be, no. It was more of like growing up asking yourself the question why your family is like this, bakit hindi siya katulad ng pamilya ng iba, no. But ang maganda lang noon, wala naman dong social media, so
Yeah.
hindi masyadong nabibit yung sarili mo kasi wala ka naman, you get it just to see them, no. Makikita mo lang naman pag you're together, but hindi araw-araw yun. So in one way or the other, parang hindi siya as, I think it's not as pressured as now. It's not as pressured, but I have to learn to really be strong. I learned to really like fend for myself in a sense na kung ano yung gusto ko, panindigan ko, kung ano yung dapat mangyari, ginagawa ko. Because I don't want to be pitted, and I don't want nakawawa ang pakiramdam. So I don't want that. So talagang early on, I have been a fighter. I have been a fighter, no, from the very beginning. Because ayoko nga nung pakiramdam na kawawa ka naman. So yun, coach.
Actually, that's the pwede kasi yung maging other way around eh, no, coach. Yung experiences kasi na naranasan mo because you have seen that with your parents, meron kasing ang tendency is that, they will just close no? Hindi sila, they will remain timid, no? Paglaki nila, ang tendency nila, they will be shy, yung parang afraid sila. But you chose to become stronger. No, yun yung
Yes.
pinili mo. And then you feel na you have to be strong. Especially, kailangan no? Kasi you are the eldest. And na-grasp ko yung sinabi mo na you don't want to be pitied. No? Ayaw mong
Mm.
isipin ng tao na ganito ka, no? And the way that you think na sinabi mo, kasi nga walang social media, yun din yung isa sa mga advantage noon, no? Na walang social media. Hindi natin na ilalabas sa mas maraming tao, no? For us to
Yeah.
have these opinions from others na yun
Yeah,
yung
it was
yeah
mas
na may
maganda nga yung
magiging
coach.
yeah.
Mm. Mas maganda yun at that time because I wouldn't know how I would stand the pressure no? Because nung 1970s, late 70s to 80s, broken family is not really, it's nakakaya yun eh. It's not
Mm-mm-mm.
everybody. Like, kukunti lang yung cases nun and you'll be talked of the community.
Yeah.
Mga product na Marites. Sila Marites naman kasi mula pa noon hanggang ngayon. Sila ay isang
Yeah.
matibay na grupo.
Totoo.
Kaya,
Even nga
hindi
before
na
pa yan, coach. Di ba? Nandyan naman na talaga yung mga yan. Pero hindi nga kasi siya anong tawag dito, yung mas ang tawag doon, pinagtututukan ng pansin noon. Kasi nga, di ba, when noon, yung integrity talaga ng family is kailangan protektado eh. No?
mm,
During that time na, yeah, I remember that. Kasi nga, wala pa. Meron na pong marites, sabi ni Master Coach. Actually, even before sa Bible, meron namin din talaga eh. Meron na talagang mga ganun. Pero nga, no, during that time, hindi siya talaga, tawag ito, pinapakita or hindi siya yung fini-feature ba. Kasi ngayon
yeah.
masyado silang binibigyan ng attention for them na kaya dumadami din. No, kasi during that time, yung mga yung mga ganyan, it adds no dun sa burden na nararamdaman mo kapag may
Yeah.
nasabi yung ibang tao, no, may iisipin ka tuloy, no? And during that time, no, coach, you have experienced those challenges, no? Today, no, fast forward to today, no, how is it? How was that experience? What was that learning that you got during that time na experience mo na you decided to be strong, you decided not to be pitied? How are you today, coach?
Well, I believe in one way or the other, I would say, God has blessed me with, um, kasi alam ko naman, I mean, we will be placed in a certain situation in our lives, no, na we don't even get to choose it, no. Well,
Mm-hmm.
no children get to choose their parents, no? But there will be situation na malalagay ka doon, and you have to really like make the most out of it and make decision how you wanna go, how you're going to fare about it. No? So I don't know, maybe it's God's grace, no, that I decided to be that. But I think it was more of also the influence of my mom when, in spite of the struggles that she was facing, she was actually very close to the church.
Mm-hmm.
So in one way or the other, you see in her own little way, she's I saw her fighting, and so I think that's also one thing now I was able to get it also get it from her to be able to fight. And I believe from the lessons of the past, I believe uh, with the decision to make myself better in spite of, I believe God has blessed me with the prayer of my heart, no? Because the prayer of my heart, no, una is I won't experience the same thing. I want to experience a whole family. So I think God has blessed that decision for me, to fight it out and to really make like really fight it out, no, na hindi maulit yon sa akin.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, I'm continued to be like, continue to be strong. I think it's already part of me, and of course my faith reinforced it, no, and made it much more stronger, that whenever I'm struggling and I'm having difficulty, kasi hindi naman yun nawawala, I still go back, no, I still go back to the fact that I know that there's a big God who will deliver me no matter what. So no matter what, andyan naman siya eh. But it is for me to also move, no? Kasi pwede naman kasing sabihin sa akin na you do this, but I won't also comply. But I believe when you surrender your life and you give your life to God and in the Lordship of Jesus Christ, uh, he will really use a lot of people. He will make ways for you to be able to understand. So I'm still the same. I mean, I'm more. I'm how do you, I still fight, with my ideas. I still move forward to what I believe is worth the fight. No, I would still yeah, like sabi ko nga naisip ko, Coach Joanna, when uh, when I'm looking back in the type of leadership that I hold, not to my family, and even to my workplace, no, I believe I was ahead of my time. I was ahead
Mm.
of my time. Yung mga ideas ko, iniisip pa lang ng tao ngayon, ginawa ko na po noon. So,
Okay.
I think it's also the grace of God, when you really surrender in spite of. Naisip ko nga noon, what if I was not really brought to church? What if I have not seen the faith of my mom? Maybe I could have been rebellious enough to destroy myself, because I can. You can. Anybody can, make decision. Pero sa akin, I want yung sa akin yung I want people to see na in spite of, hindi, tatayo ako,
Mhm.
ayoko nga well, you call it pride, you can call it ego, but I think at during that time it served me well. It served me well to the
Mhm.
point na hindi ko lumaban ako sa buhay. Yun,
Yeah.
coach.
So you're really a fighter. Actually, that's the very essence why it is important that we always have God, no? When all else fails, talagang si God lang din talaga eh. When you put on the armor, actually, yun yung sinasabi na kapag kasama mo si God, kaya mong gawin lahat eh. And
Mm,
yung wisdom na binigay niya sa iyo, coach, yun yung siguro yun yung nakikita ko na kaya sinasabi mo na bago pa lang nila naiisipin is
mm,
nagawa mo na. It's because of that
mm,
wisdom. Yun yung gift sa ni God eh. No, that's the grace that you have received for him. Kasi nakikita niya that this is the plan that I wanted you to do. No, yun yung nakikita. And truly no, during that time, sabi mo, 'di ba, because of your mom, no? Kaya mo siya nakita.
mm,
Kaya ka mas lalong napalapit. That's why you are close to God. Your relationship to Him was better. Siguro kung hindi ganun yung relationship, iba siguro si Coach Marife ngayon. Iba siguro, no? Siguro, ano kaya itsura niya, Coach? No, if ever lang, na walang God, walang Coach Marife, pero you are strong, you are the leader of the family. Ano kaya sa tingin mo yung itsura ng Coach Marife ngayon?
Well, I experienced noon when I was discontented. No, I would really like in a rage. I would really get angry. I like things the way I envisioned it. I want it as perfect. No, pag ito dapat yung na-envision ko, ito dapat yung mangyayari. And I experienced that. I experienced yung mga galit ko nung una when I was still younger. I was really angry. I didn't know, it's just now when I became a life coach and studying trauma, I realized that ito ay mga pent up emotions, no? Na
Mhm.
hindi ko siya ma-verbally, how do you call it, express well, no? I cannot
Mhm.
express it in words. So, and and because ayaw mo ngang makawawa ka sa sarili mo, so lumalabas siya in anger. And my siblings experience that. Takot yung mga kapatid ko sa akin. Because pag
Mhm.
sinabi ko, ito talagang mangyayari, dapat ganito. And it's just that na when I started, growing up, and though I haven't recognized pa, alam ko naman it's not good, no? In the back of my mind, alam ko pangit yung ugali na yun eh. So,
Mhm.
time actually tapered it. And of course, definitely because when I was blessed with a beautiful marriage, uh, I also became grateful for it. Kasi nga it's a
Mhm.
gift to me because I have not experienced it with my family, with my parents, no. So I became grateful in a way, and I became more tamed and more considerate of other people. No, prior to coaching yan, ha, prior to becoming a life coach, no, nagmellow ako because of that. And I think that's really the gift of what love can do, no? Um, yung may sense ka na you're needed, may sense ka na somebody is there for you. You're confident that somebody is there for you. You know, but you know that God is there for you. No? But in one way or the other, a human as we are, we want translation from another human being.
Yeah.
No? So yun yung kagandahan nun. When I you know I became married and had and I was taken care of by my husband in a way. So nag-taper siya. But I was really, if I had not been, and if I had not been mindful, of course, I was never separated from the church. I was a member of the choir for all my life, no, until I got married. So I started singing in the choir when I was only 11, and then it continued until college, until I was 19. And so I was hearing people, maybe we say I'm not even mindful for those of the yung mga Bible study and those, but being in company of people, no, na nandyan sila na maganda din yung influences nila. So in one way
Mm,
or the other, it tapered you, it made you reflect, but not yet in the full scale, no, katulad nung
mm,
when you are doing life coaching. But it helped a lot, no, and
mm.
kasi nga, pag wala yun siguro coach, ay naku, galit pa rin ako sa mundo. I might have, I might have, because I have this rebellious spirit in me at that time. No, I wanna hit back. Like hindi ko nga ma-express eh. So I don't wanna go home. So I understand when children doesn't wanna go home, that means the family, I mean the home is not a safe space. So I don't wanna go home. That's the very reason why I got married early, because when I met my husband, nandun yung love eh. So ayoko na umuwi. So
Mhm,
that's the reason why I got pregnant and I got married at an early age. Good, sabi nga, grasya pa rin ng Diyos, because the man I fell in love with, no, was a person who was really, ano din siya, pinalaki siya ng maayos kasi pwede naman din niya akong iwanan. But he was coming from a good space. So pinangatawanan niya yun. So yun yung nangyari, Coach Joanna. So I think wala yun. I might probably one terror person. I don't know if I could reach the level I'm in, because I believe na when you sow good, God will bless you. So kung hindi, you're in anger, you're in pain, no matter how much beautiful ideas you have, hindi din siya kasi magbe-bless. I don't know. That's my thought.
yeah. Actually, nakakatuwa yung story mo, coach, 'no, 'di ba, did you pray, 'no? Pinag-pray mo ba si Doc Mimi when you 'di ba kasi nga full of ano, eh, did you pray for him? For
I
that
did.
man
I
who
did pray.
canceled that?
I
Yeah.
did pray for him. I prayed for him. I said, Lord, um, uh, yung akin lang hinihiling sa'yo is that I give me a man who will love me 200%. Kasi nga, pag naubos yung 100%, may natitira pang 100%. So sabi ko yun. So, but in my mind, I was envisioning someone, I like tall, dark, and handsome guys. I like, ang favorite ko talaga dati si Richard Gomez, no? And gusto ko yan.
Malapit lang
Di ba
siya
may
diyan.
Oo, yun yung gusto ko, no? So, I want that. But when we crossed paths, he was a gentle guy and he was conversing with me. At naalala ko na I prayed for the man. I really prayed for him. And like really, sabi ko, ito lang yung hinihiling ko sa nangyari sa akin. Please give me this one. And what happened was that we became friends and we were in a choir, no? Tapos there was one time, I woke up in the morning, siya yung pumasok sa isip ko, hindi ko siya type. I mean, physically, hindi ko siya type. Di ba kasi Richard Gomez nga yung picture ko, di ba? Hindi ko talaga siya type. I want tall, dark, and handsome. Eh, dark lang yung nasa kanya, hindi na siya masyadong tall. At the time, no? Sabi ko, Lord, wag naman yan. But I had that gut feeling na siya. Kasi nga, paggising ko talaga, siya yung nasa bed ko. Sabi ko, Lord, pwedeng iba. But anyway, friendship has really grown, no? And yun yung sa puso ko. And I think hindi na siya yun yung nangyari, coach. I prayed for the person. And eto nga sabi, no, when we pray, God will really honor that, no. And I think God still see, kasi nga kung iba sigurong tao yung napangasawa ko, hindi kakayanin yung temper ko when we started as a married couple. Hindi
Mhm.
kakayanin yung temper ko, hindi kakayanin yung mga baggages na hindi ko rin alam. But he was a very patient man, and he believed that when it's marriage, it's for kids. So, so yun yung I think God still, knows the best.
Talaga. Totoo yan, coach. No? Relate ako dun sa pinagpe-pray kasi ako din pangarap ko basketball player. Gusto ko din mga matangkad, ano. So, sabi ko nga, Amerikano, ang binigay sa akin, Chinese. Anyway, may question dito, Master, ay Coach Marife, no? Now that you are, you're okay now, na meron ka ng, you're a life coach, what is your unstoppable dream?
Well, I have two. Well, the first one is really to be able to facilitate, no, my children towards healing and recovery from depression.
Mhm.
And I want to see it through in my lifetime. And that's one thing when I had my coaching session with Master Coach A, I said my only prayer is that God will not allow my eyes to close. No?
Mhm.
God will not allow my eyes to close na hindi ko nakikita na fully recovered yung mga anak ko. So that's
Mhm.
one. The second unstoppable dream is really to empower the parents. No, I didn't know any better. And during that time, wala naman life coaching, walang taong nagre-reach out. No? Meron naman siguro, but they were not in my, sabi nga, not in my network. They were not really here in the province and all that. So my unstoppable dream is really to empower parents, to level them up. Not to really be contented. Well, contentment to me is good, but when it's a path to stagnancy, it's not going to be good. So I want to be able to really empower the parents to really seek the best of who they can be so that they can give the best of themselves to their children. Kasi doon lang natin makukuha yung sinasabi nating a better generation. No, doon
Mhm.
lang. It has to begin with the parents. And yun yung unstoppable dream ko talaga. That's why I want to create class. So kahit time and time again, meron akong ad for a class, kahit sinong mag-respond, kahit ilan na mag-respond, gagawin ko talaga yan. Because it's not because, ay naku, isa lang, dalawa lang, I will not do that. No, I will really, kahit isa, just kahit nga sabi nga ni Master Coaching, an audience of one, kahit isa lang dumating, we don't know the ripple effect. And whenever I'm speaking, whenever I'm a resource person of an organization, that will never, no matter what the topic may be, papasok pa rin yung empowered parenting. I will still give an example. I will still tell them. There will always be that because that's the dream that I want to see empowered parents who can really nurture their children because they are capable. Kasi nga, when I started as a parent, I was not really ready. I don't know myself. That's why I have this improving self-awareness. Kasi nga, hindi ko alam talaga kung sino ako. And I know where ngayon ko nga lang nalaman na may mga trauma ako and all those things. So I want to be able to share that. I want to be the way my eyes were really open, yung mga aha moment ko when I had my life coaching certification and then when I had my coaching session with my coaches. So that's one thing. It's really so liberating and so beautiful that I want every parent to experience it. That's my unstoppable dream.
Ang ganda no, unstoppable dream. That's one of the dream din ng mga parents, no? Kasi nga, when we are raised, we really don't know any better. And during that time, Coach Marife, no, you have mentioned that two of your children really suffered from depression. Kaya yan din yung, ano mo yan din talaga yung unstoppable dream mo. No? So that it will really stop. Yung talagang, yung sabi mo nga, di ba, hindi na siya magtuloy sa next generation kasi if we will not be educated, uulit lang siya eh. Magiging cycle lang din talaga siya. So, during
Yeah.
that time, Coach Marife, when you experience yung, balikan lang natin ng konti, when you experience that time na na under depression pala yung mga anak ko, were you aware na that they are experiencing it? Or how was it? Bago ka nag-transition sa pagiging life coach, paano yung transition na ay, nalaman ko na may ganito yung anak ko. What was that? What happened during that time? Yung in between.
I think what I have in my mind was the dialogue no na naririnig natin sa like the dialogue na naririnig natin sa ating mga parents with my mom, with my uncles and aunties no na like pag hindi pumasok, ano yan, ano lang yan, tamad, mga ganun-ganun no. So even if I was a nurse, I believe even when I was a nurse and we studied this in psychiatric nursing, hindi it, I think like any parent, that would be the last no imagination or like hindi mo siya i-imagine that it will happen to you. No, you wouldn't really like you would not yung ibig kong sabihin, hindi mo kahanapin, may depression na ba sila? Hindi, di ba? You would always want to say that your children are safe and that they're doing well. They're doing well, because, hindi mo naman siya hahanapin talaga. But during that time when hindi pa nga hindi pa nagkaroon ng typhoon Yolanda, I realized when I backtrack and when I reflect back, may mga signs na pala that I ignored. No, I didn't really focus on because I was too much. I was too much into myself, building myself up, building my career. So hindi ko siya napansin. But doon na pala yung mahaba na yung buhok, yung hindi ko makain ng oras, yung mahahaba yung kuko, and then yung hygiene and all those things. And I was really like very pressuring my children. No, you shouldn't do that. I'm a nurse. You should do ganun ako. And yun, I realized that I was not mindful. And so, kasi nung tinignan ko siya, nung ni-recall, now that I'm reflecting, and now that I'm practicing mindfulness, I should have seen, nakita ko siya noon but I did not think about it. Because, as I've said, maybe in our mind, or maybe in my mind as a parent, hindi mo ina-expect yun. You would picture your children to be perfect, to do these things, and mga bagay na ganyan. So yun, hindi ko talaga siya natutukan talaga.
Sige. We will just pause for a break, Coach Marife, and we will talk more about that, especially when Typhoon Yolanda hit and you transition and you experience that. So, you will before we take a break, I will ask you, during that time that Yolanda hit, doble yun, nag-ripple effect yun, di ba? You lost your job, tapos nalaman mo din na ganun pala yung sitwasyon nung mga anak mo. So, my question to you, how did you handle that? How was the transition during that time? So, you will answer that when we come back. We'll be right back. Get your hydration, Coach Marife.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag and drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.
We are back for the second part of our 8th episode of Brushstrokes, and this show is brought to you by Decaf Coffee Republic, the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines, and our home as professional certified CACC Life Coaches. Meet our coaching tribe at Decaf Coffee Republic, located at Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, corner Bixon and United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. So we are open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday to Thursday. Our coaching hub is also an event place and venue of choice for an intimate gathering. No, if you have events, connect with Coach Rizel at 0917-586-1661 for inquiry and reservation. And no, starting last June 1, face-to-face daily event is back at the Cup Coffee Republic. Yan. So, we invite you to join Fab Saturday later. Meron po kaming Fab Saturday with open mic with Coach Orville every Sunday, Comfy Sunday, Sundays for Life. No, with Coach Sean, Nurturing Monday. Walk along with Coach Tin, Purpose Tuesday, a walk in a day with Coach Rizel, Groove Wednesday. It's all about habits with Master Coach Jasmine, and Strengthening Thursday, Coaching for the Soul with Master Coach A. I also invite you also to become a holder of the Be Learning e-card and join me inside the Be Learning Society as one of the mental model collectors. Enjoy a food and beverage discount and full access pass to the monthly mental model masterclass of Master Coach A, exclusive for Be Learning Society members only. Save the date on June 26 at 7:30 p.m. for Knowledge Mining Mental Model Masterclass and learn how to navigate the platinum age of knowledge for growth and profit. We will also discover how to productively mine for knowledge by mastering 2 powerful skills. And as a bonus, this mental model masterclass will feature research hacks that will truly benefit both the lifelong learners and the students of today. So Think Talk Broadcast is powered by Risa Creatives Worldwide, your social commerce turnkey solution provider in the new digital landscape. Visit www.risacreatives.com to learn the benefits of lifetime members like me, which includes the ability to create valuable and engaging social media content with original lifestyle photos in just 5 minutes. Rise up and be creative now. Yan. So before I call back on screen Coach Marife, I left her, how was the transition? Kasi she experienced, Typhoon Yolanda. She lost her job in the hospital. And yun din, na-experience din niya itong what happened to her children. So let us call back on screen Coach Marife so that she can answer our question. Yan. Welcome back, Coach. Yan. How was the transition that time, Coach?
Well, it was not actually easy, because I started my career there, sa hospital na yon, and I rise up the ladder, you know, doon ako makiat doon, parang doon nabuo talaga yung aking career. It was not easy, it was really, masakit siya isipin, but at that time, my children were safe, two of my kids were in Manila, yung dalawang boys ko nasa Manila, so they were fine, so they were actually okay. But they were actually struggling, having heard na, kasi ang kwento noon is, because there was a total blackout and walang news talaga. So they were also, were traumatized by thinking that they lost their family, that kami. No, but it was a very painful experience because there were some struggles, no, in terms of um, between the union and the management. But and the decision that I made to really stand up was something that was not popular. It was not accepted. I was mean things, mean things were said against me, and it's like really me and the world ang pakiramdam ko noon eh. And but at that time I was already growing, no, spiritually. I was a member of a Bible study group for I think mga 10 years na yun eh. And then I was really growing, and I was seeking the Lord instead of hearing and listening to people, no, and their opinions. I made a pact with God. I said, if you want me to leave this place, because I became part of the rehabilitation pa, hindi ako dumitaw kaagad, no. Nung masira, there was a move to rehabilitate it and to continue the operation. I was part of it. No, in fact, I was the one left in the hospital to do that. And so I told God, if it's time for me to leave, and if you want me to leave this place, take away the longing to stay. Make it be very clear to me so that I will know that I need to let go. And that prayer took at least mga 2 years pa. 2 years pa bago naging clear sa akin that God wanted me to let go. So, 2 taon pa siya, but when I realized it, I did not fight with anyone. Hindi ako nagalit because I believe it was an answer to the prayer that I've said. So I just gave my resignation calmly and asked permission and really exited gracefully. And at the time, during the time when nag-iisip ako and when the things were becoming clear, I related to my husband, and my husband told me, "You have been working for 22 years. Maybe God wants you to rest for a while. So, and don't worry, I'm gonna take care of you," sabi ng husband ko. So, I did. So, I did resign, but nangapa din ako kung ano, because for 22 years, I wake up at 4 a.m., I do my little exercise, I do my meditation, and then I would bath, put on my makeup, and then go to work, and then the rest of the day, no, and go home. And nawala yung routine na yon, and so I was grappling, and in fact, there were times when I would sit in bed and I just ask God. It's still a practice to me that when I sit down in bed in the first thing in the morning, I talk to Him. So I said, "What do I do now, Lord?" Sabi ko, "Anong gagawin ko? Hindi naman ako sanay na naupo lang." And my husband would had that worry na baka mag-depression ako. So tatabihan niya ako, sabihan niya, "You know, everything," ganyan. Bigyan niya ako ng mga pangkalma. Sabi, nag-worry tuloy ako, ano bang sinasabi nito? But I was in a constant conversation. The transition phase was a constant conversation with God. It was a constant seeking of His will. So I was really like reading. I was in meditation. I was doing a lot of listening, no, mga podcasts and all about finding the will of God and how to position myself. Grabe yun, coach, because I developed this paranoia na pag lumalabas ako, feeling ko pinag-uusapan ako. I had that. Because I was part of the, ako po ay a part of when the union sued the hospital, kasama ako doon. So it's the first time na may sa akin. So medyo I was not really comfortable. It really hit me, no. But I was confident in kahit nag-hit siya sa akin, ang kagandahan lang because I knew I was seeking God. And so I knew He will reveal to me the answer in such a perfect time. So alam ko it will happen, but it was really painful. And I'm just thanking God na nalampasan ko siya. And seeing my kids, doon ko din nalaman that God has a perfect timing, no? Kasi nga, in spite sa nangyari na wala ako ng work, wala ng position, He also gave me the opportunity to really take a good look at my kids. And I believe this was the full blown. Ito na yung time na full blown na talaga yung struggle ng mga bata. And it was an opportunity to really be there. And so I saw that as still as masakit man siyang tanggapin. There was so much time when I cannot understand. When I realized actually that it was depression, umiyak talaga ako. Sabi ko, hindi ko ito naintindihan. Bakit ganitong nangyayari? Lord, I was faithful to you. Ano nangyayari? Ganyan, ganyan. I did my best. So I did question. And then I came to a point where there, it was as Saturday. I cannot forget, I cannot remember the day, but it was nighttime. Everything was closed, no, in the sala. I was crying hard and I said, make me understand. Just make me understand so that I will know the steps that you want me to take. I cannot take, ganun kasi ako makapag-usap kay Lord, very direct, no? Sabi ko,
Mhm.
hindi, susundin naman kita eh. Ipakita mo lang sa akin ano yung step. Kasi nga, gusto kong sundin, pero hindi ko naintindihan.
Mhm.
And I think a week or 2 weeks after that prayer, I was introduced to life coaching.
Yeah.
I'm introduced
So
to
that
life
was the
coaching. In
answered
fact,
prayer.
that was the answered prayer. In fact, it was not introduced to me directly. It was my husband who heard about it. And my husband said, I believe this, my wife will be able to do this. So,
Mhm.
kinausap niya ako. Hindi ko nga siya pinansin, coach. Hindi ko siya pinansin. And he was already texting the coach na kausapin, i-reach out ako kasi matigas yung ulo ko, ganun, hindi ako nakikinig. Kasi I was kind of, ang perception ni Dr. noon, I was like, shot na yung brain ko. Because at the
Mhm.
time, he was also pushing for me. He was pushing for me to apply in the government hospital. And I said, I don't have it in my heart to apply. So sabi ko sa kanya, I don't want to take any position because I'm afraid of the future. I don't want to take any job because of fear. I want to take a job because I believe God wants me to be in there. So, it was so, parang ano din si Doktor nung kasi medyo nagagalit na ako sa kanya. So, whatever changes, medyo takot na siya kasi parang lahat daw ng sinasuggest ko, niya, nagagalit daw ako. But it was it. It
Uh-huh.
was doctor, and out of the goodness of my husband, I responded. I attended that certification, and lo and behold, I was just like, packed. I opened my heart, my mind, and everything, and it paved way for what I have now.
Yan. So, fast forward, Coach Marife. Now, you're already a life coach. What is the difficult part of being a life coach in your life right now?
I think the most difficult part for me is that, diba, ako, I'm into empowering. I really want to empower individuals to overcome challenges so that they may live their God-given design. And whenever I say this, and whenever I had conversation with my clients, pumapalo yung, sana nasasabi ko ito ng straightforward sa mga anak ko.
Mm.
Because I cannot, di ba, I'm walking in a journey with them. So I have to
Mhm.
walk in kung nasaan sila ngayon na level. So I cannot impose, no? And, and having known that may mga paraan pala like ako kung iniisip ko I could have saved myself if I have known this, 'di ba? Meron kang I have known this doon sana naging magandang and since yun I know that parang gusto mong impose gusto and kaya nga my heart would bleed whenever there are parents who does not listen. Whenever I call an invitation na free class, hindi sila dumadating. This can save you a lot. Diba? Masakit siya. Pero naisip ko na lang na, okay, each one of us have our different journey. We walk in a different seasons. So I cannot really, that's why it's good to really be attending the classes because instead of getting discouraged and frustrated, you hear, you have, yeah, palagi kang may input. So you get re-empowered, you get refreshed, you get to be reminded of your mission and vision. But that's the most difficult thing for me. Like whenever I'm talking, naalala ko yung mga anak ko, sana ginawa ko ito sa kanila. It nandun siya. Nandun siya, umaano siya sa akin. But good that, I've learned to practice mindfulness. I've learned to kausapin yung sarili ko, tapikin, ilang beses ko tinatapik yung sarili ko when it hits me. Because I need to respect also the journey of my kids. And, iba-iba naman siya. So, yun yung most difficult. But, sabi ko na, kailangan ko din, I call myself out on this.
Ayan. So, sinabi mo, Coach Marife, tatapikin mo yung sarili mo and you have to remind yourself, if you are going to meet your younger self, what would be your advice?
Siguro, the advice that I'm gonna be giving the younger self is that um, when it's not when people does not listen, when people are not ready, you have to learn to respect their season, respect their time, but at the same time, you don't give up on them. Because meron ako niyan, Coach Joanna, when kung ayaw mo, di wag mo. Meron akong
Mhm.
gano'n, di ba? So, respect their time, continue to pray for them, and uh, just continue to move forward. No? Because at the end of the day, um, when you have actually surrendered everything to God and allow yourself to rest in Him, He will definitely open the doors to whatever it is that you are designed for. And it's still the best. May marami kasi akong inisip na marami din akong inisip na dapat ganito because na of the trauma. But then I realized that there are things, no, that there are things in life. Nung bata pa kasi ako, galit na galit ako when things doesn't happen the way I planned it. But then now I realize that there are many uncertainty in life that I cannot really control. And it is only God who can make things happen. So you do your best, but at the same time you take a rest in Him. No, I call it active waiting. No, you do the best that you can, but you don't get frustrated and you don't get angry and you don't, kasi nga kung yun ang nangyayari, then that's your agenda already. But when it is God's agenda, you do what you can and then let God do it. No? The rest. So yun yung advice ko. Just take, respect and just, show your love and never give up and just continue to wait upon people.
Yeah, ang ganda ng active waiting, Coach Marife. No? I also learned from that. So, ngayon, Coach Marife, ano naman natin, we will be having a game. No? I will be showing to you a picture. So, just give me, actually, 4 picks, one word talaga siya. But I will be asking one word that would describe each picture before you actually summarize the rest. No, yan. So,
Mm.
let us show it, Master E. Ayan. So, I gathered 4 pictures from your Facebook. So each picture give a specific word that would describe that picture, Coach. Let's start from number 1,
Blissful,
blissful. Number 2,
bliss.
number 3,
Number two is friendship.
friendship. Number 3, Coach,
Number three is mission.
mission. And the last,
Ano yung last time? I think it's gift. Gift.
gift. So ulitin natin, number 1, Coach, is blissful, tama?
Blissful.
Blissful. Number 2
Yeah.
is friendship.
Bliss.
Yeah.
Mm.
Number 3 is mission and the last is gift. So to wrap up yung picture na yan, what is that one word that would describe all that picture?
Gratitude.
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 Ganda.
I am grateful. I am grateful. And I think this is also for those who are listening. No, Master Coach A introduced gratefulness as one healing power. No, one
Yeah.
that could really heal. No, and if a lot of people, if a lot of if people a lot of people look at me as someone who doesn't have any problem, someone who can carry on, who's very strong. But you know what, I had lots of storms in my life.
Yeah.
And but whenever I see the little things, no, na mga bagay na binigay sa akin ni Lord, that overwhelms me and it allows me to see those things rather than really in being in a struggling mode simply because something good did not happen the way I want it to happen. So
Yeah.
it's really gratitude in my heart. When I look at those pictures, it's gratitude. No? To be with my daughter, to be able to sabi niya sa akin, Ma, let's go for a coffee. That's a beautiful feeling, emotion. No? And whenever I'm with my husband, we can laugh at jokes. No, we have our own jokes. And I've seen that we have already grown together, each as a separate individual, yet we understood each other. And that time has tested that he has my back and he's there. No, so and of course, be able to really reach out to the parents, to be able to speak to them. that's the mission that I want. That's what that to me that is the unstoppable dream that is already happening now. And of course, coaching think of this is a gift because I realized when I was in coaching club that my gift is really speaking. My gift
Mhm.
is speaking, and God has blessed me with that, and now I'm using it to lift up a spirit. And isn't that a very nice experience to see people, uh, you know, being blessed because you're able to speak to them, you know? And that's I'm 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 grateful.
Right. Ang ganda nun, Coach. Thank you so much, Coach Marife. I really appreciate, no, you saying yes. And actually, gratitude talaga. It sums up everything. Sabi nga ni Master Coach, no, it starts with gratitude. And all else will follow, truly, no. Naalala ko tong verse na to habang nagsasalita ka, Coach Marife. Yung sinabi mong active waiting, yung sa Isaiah 40:31, sabi sa Bible, but they wait upon the Lord, no? And shall renew their strength. Ito yung nakikita ko on your journey, no? They shall mount up with wings as eagles. That's what happened to you. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. And that's a very, very good description on your journey. No, napaka-inspiring. You were able to really wait, no? Inantay mo talaga, no? Akala ng mga tao is what they see now is you being that strong person, but no, behind doon there have been a lot, and that is because you have God, no, kasama mo kasi ang Panginoon, so you are able to finish or to go on, hindi pa siya tapos to go on with that journey. You are able to overcome, especially yung mga challenges na minsan unimaginable kung talagang makakaya mo, pero nga sabi mo nga, di ba, your will, not mine. Di ba? Yung plano ni God, hindi plano mo. What you can do, sabi nga ni Master Coach, is just be humble enough and obey. Kasi yung plano ng Panginoon, alam natin na yun yung best plan niya para sa atin. And thank you so much, Coach Marife. Maraming salamat sa pag-say yes dito sa aking show. No? But before we finally end, kanina, finiture ko itong powder. Kasi itong powder, kasi nga, di ba, ang ginagawa nitong ni powder, 'pag nagme-makeup 'di ba foundation, tapos nilalagyan mo siya ng powder, nasi-set para tumagal. Ano yung isang bagay na iko-compare mo sa powder that sets everything up for you right now?
I think it's faith. It's faith.
Ganda.
Uh, holding on to God, and in spite of no of the realities of life, no, what had happened to me, I believe it has become the glue, no, na I'm able to really move forward, thinking that God has always the perfect plan, even if I can't see it, even if I can feel it, even if hindi ko pa siya na-experience. So I think from faith, God honored it, and so when I pray, I've had so many experiences when I prayed that I wanted to have a hub 2 hours after somebody called me and offered me a space. And then when
Mm,
I prayed for a way to understand, 2 weeks after, life coaching was revealed to me. And whenever I pray and say, God, can you give me a bit of a surprise to make this day happy? Somebody will come in and say, I found your page, and you're selling here something healthy. And it is a little, kung kikitingnan mo, maliliit lang, siguro for a big
mm,
businessman, no? But for me, it is a joy, to know that God is constantly reminding you, hey, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm listening to you, and I'm understanding you. And don't worry, I'm just bidding my time. Whenever you're ready, things will just open up for you. So, yun. It's really faith. It's really faith. And
ganda.
hindi ko makakalimutan to, Coach Joanna. I said when it's faith because when I heard of Master Coach, definitely when I heard of life coaching, hindi naman siya kasi it's new. So I was
Mhm,
skeptical. I was really skeptical and was just looking at in the first day of our certification, I was just really listening well. Sabi ko, pag meron tong nasabing hindi nauuyod sa aking mga pananampalataya, ako talaga yung lalayat dito, ganun ako. So, and I believe God honored that I was introduced and I'm now in Life Coach Philippines where I am always reminded that everything that I have and everything that we do is because we want to honor God. And everything that we want, everything that God has given us is something that we are stewardship for. And that's why I'm blessed. I'm very blessed ako that I am in Life Coach Philippines. And the way Master Coach is taking care of us and teaching us and molding us is something na hindi ko matatawaran ng buong puso ko. I'm really, really thankful to God. Really thankful.
Yan. I really appreciate that. Ang ganda nung sabi mo na truly life coaching really works. Especially tayo talaga kasi yung product ng life coaching. And totoo yan, no? Faith, I cannot dispute anymore. That's what we have, all have. At ito naman talaga din dapat meron tayo because faith really move mountains. Yeah? Talagang, yun talaga yun eh. So, last two question, Coach Marife. One word lang. What is makeover to you?
Makeover is seeing the best of who you can be.
Ganda. And last, if you are to choose, anong tool sa makeup, ano yung pipiliin mo? Pwedeng blush on, lipstick, kahit ano, what would be the best, that one tool that you would choose?
Oh, one tool sa makeup. Kasi actually, hindi naman talaga ako palalagay, no? But I think one of the, kung wala lahat, I think I just need my kilay.
Kilay.
I just need my kilay. I'm not much nagli-lipstick kami noon dahil nurse, no. But on a on a day-to-day basis, hindi naman kahit nasa bahay, I don't really wear lipstick, but I like to have my kilay on. Ah, I don't know.
Ayan.
I don't know why. Meron lang siguro doon. Siguro,
Ako din,
I don't
kilay
know.
din ako eh.
I'm really like, para kasing kulang pag wala yung kilay, no? And, I don't know. Kasi ngayon naman, kahit wala kang lipstick, kung nakamask ka, di ba? So, hindi na need. Pero yung kilay, nakikita ka, nakikita pa rin.
Agree. Nakamask eh. So, pag syempre yung kilay mo kailangan buhay. So, thank you so much, Coach Marife. Maraming salamat sa pag-say yes sa aking invitation. And I know that you have inspired a lot. You have helped a lot, especially dun sa mga shinare mo during our conversation. So, maraming salamat. And to everyone, thank you for supporting Brushstrokes. And whether you are joining us live or watching on a replay, please do leave a comment, circulate the link of this video, and don't keep us a secret. And if you are also interested to embark on a journey of becoming a professional certified life coach like me and Coach Marife, no, Master Coach A offers co-actively co-create life coach certification program with CPD accreditation and 40 credit units. Life coaching is a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains, thereby increasing their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace and dynamic business environment. So CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning with lifetime access, 2-day live face-to-face coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day virtual business bootcamp with senior coaching team. The program package also comes with done-for-you coaching programs and many other bonuses. So connect now with Coach Rizel through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in the second fastest growing industry in the world today. Mark your calendar for June 18 and 25 for the face-to-face life coach certification class at the function hall of DCAP Coffee Republic. So I also invite you to watch the other shows hosted here at TikTok Broadcast. Please follow, subscribe, and engage in our social media accounts at ThinkTalk_TV on Twitter and Instagram, and Think-Talk Broadcast on YouTube, and give us your review. For partnership and collaboration, please connect with Coach Rizel at 0917-586-1661. So see you in the next episode of Brushstrokes on June 11, live here at ThinkTalk Broadcast. This is us in the Philippines, broadcasting beyond borders and advancing life coaching worldwide. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Goodbye, everyone.